Well, hello there, and welcome back to my 3 minutes to midnight playthrough. So it's been a while since I last played this. I think it's been maybe around a month or so. Last thing I remembered, this is our main character now. The mayor is our main character, our main playable character now, and I believe Betty got captured by the military, and it switched over to the mayor now. So now we're in the middle of an election, and yeah, we just go from there, I guess. Let's see. I forgot what I was doing. So what am I supposed to do as the mayor? I forgot her name. Let's see. I gotta figure out what all the controls are again. Resolute desk. Wasn't there a guy here I talked to? Anyways, I think I gotta... You know what? I'm gonna go to the,
What should I do first? Joseph told me earlier he saw the barber and his associate hanging in the park. That could be a good starting point. However, I could visit Father Jenkins since the church is right around the corner. Decisions.
Okay, so... I guess the game wants me to go to the church and to the park. Okay, we can do that. What's this guy say?
Okay, you got this. First, you nail this role. Prove yourself. It's still the show. Second, you land the lead next year and... Whoa. Hi, Liz. I mean, who are you?
I suppose the electoral propaganda failed to give you a clue. I am Mayor Eliza Barrett, and you are?
Jeff, damn it! Wilberforce Peyton Millhouse III.
Really? There's more than one Wilberforce Peyton Millhouse?
Not anymore.
Are you feeling all right, Mr. Peyton?
Yeah, sorry about that. First week and all. What can I do for you, Miss May?
Okay, I do not remember hiring you, so this guy's Wilberforce. He gives us hints throughout the game. Who's he going to vote for? Let's see.
Since you are new in town, you must learn the local traditions. One of them being to vote for me in the upcoming election.
Vote for you? But I just got here. Shouldn't I know what my options are first?
No.
Mr. Peyton, you have two options. Vote for me or open the mystery box.
Ooh, mystery box. What's inside?
Well, I am not really supposed to tell anyone, but for one of our brave firefighters. Inside the box is a pair of silver bracelets, a parade with you at the head and Sheriff Coltrane escorting you, and a free one-way ticket out of town.
Oh. Yeah, on second thought, I will definitely not be taking the mystery box.
I am glad we understand each other.
Okay, I do not remember hiring you.
Funny, Mr. Peyton, but I do not recall hiring you.
Of course not. Studio hired me.
Studio?
Did I say studio? I meant the sheriff. Sorry, it's just the, jet lag. Come on, Jeff. I know it's the first week, but get it together.
Keep up the good work.
Miss Mayor, before you leave, would you tell me the story of Don't Touch?
Don't Touch was a very special bear.
Oh,
Brave,
that's that bear over
gentle, wise. He had a true gift for stealing people's hearts. He died a victim of the fires he fought so hard to extinguish. He had already gotten most of the townsfolk and his cubs to safety, and we could all see he was on his last legs when he saved Sam. But then, he rushed back into the building, and it collapsed on top of him.
That's horrible. Poor don't touch.
You have some big shoes to fill, Mr. Payton. Do not disappoint.
Okay, well, what they're talking about is that bear right there. Memorial to Don't Touch. Let me see. I think I gotta lower the audio a little bit.
Twonkies are a part of a balanced breakfast. I eat them every day.
That's okay. Looks like it was a little too high. Did I save that? Let me check. I think it automatically saves. Okay, let's resume game. Alright, so where do I want to go? Let's go to the church first. Okay, Father Jenkins.
Father Jenkins and I have an arrangement. I convince the people to go to church, and he convinces them that a vote for Barrett puts you on the Almighty's good side.
Alright, let's go have a chat with
Mayor
him.
Barrett, you blasphemous, self-absorbed, treacherous heathen. You have a lot of nerve walking in here.
Oh, it doesn't seem like he
And
likes
here
us.
I thought the church accepted everyone, despite their past sins. Clearly, you priests are all talk and no trousers.
Good to see you, old fiend.
Enough compliments, Father. I expect you know why I am here, correct?
I don't need messages from the divine to figure this one out. It's been almost 4 years since the election, so...
Okay, let's see. So we got a bunch of things we can ask the priest about. Let's see. I trust your congregation knows who is the best option to continue leading this town.
I trust your congregation knows who is the best option to continue leading this town.
Straight to the point and always self-serving. Two of your most charming characteristics. That said, to be honest, I feel as though it might be time for a change.
Okay, so what are these we can do? Feed him alive, point out your contributions to the church, appease to his sense of righteousness. Let's just lie, we're not a good person, so let's see what happens.
I see. In that case, if I am to lose the elections, I guess I shall have to start my own church. And since I own this land, I see no reason not to build my church where this one currently stands. Which do you prefer, Father Jenkins? Elizaology, the Great Sept of Barrett, the Supreme Holy Church of Mayoralty?
Jesus, Mary Joseph and his toolbox. This changes everything. I can't allow that to happen. Very well, you have my support, and I'll make sure the congregation knows who to vote for.
Oh, that was pretty easy.
That said, I will need time to persuade them. Shouldn't take too long. Come back tomorrow and I'll give you a status report.
Glad we are on the same page.
Eliza, I may have my doubts about you occasionally, but I know you really do want what's best for all of us. Heck, if you ran for Pope, I'd even vote for you then.
Maybe someday, but the presidency comes first. Besides, I do not care for the hat.
The Pope does have a weird hat. I gotta check my settings real quick. Give me 1 second. Okay, that's good. Bring that back up, and there we go. Alright, remember the day you decided to become a priest?
Remember the day you decided to become a priest?
Like it was yesterday. I thought I was a dead man. My life flashed before my eyes and everything. But I prayed to the Lord, and I was saved.
I think your exact words were, God, I know I might have strayed a bit. Okay, maybe a lot. But for the love of everything I hold dear, if you save me, I will devote my life to you.
And you guys showed up 2 seconds later. If I had only waited 2 more seconds.
Okay, what were you doing on that volcano? So it looks like there's quite some backstory here. If I remember right, this guy has some pretty funny dialogue here. Something has been on my mind lately. Are you tired of always serving the same dry wafers every communion? Let's go ahead and ask that.
Are you tired of always serving the same dry wafers every communion?
Eliza, we've been over this. I know you don't want to lose your corporate sponsorship, but...
Why not switch to the rich, sweet, creamy taste of Twinkies?
Oh, really?
One bite, and you will know that heaven is real.
How many more times do we have to go through this?
Well, I have a lifetime contract, so...
Uh-huh. So, same time next year?
Same time next year. I am Eliza Barrett, and I approve this message.
Well, she's getting that paper. I would like to confess. I remember the last time we confessed, it wasn't really confessing.
You know, Father, I have come to a realization. It might finally be time for me to confess my misdeeds and seek forgiveness for my sins.
You almost got me, Eliza.
One day, maybe.
I think it's too late for you.
I was under the impression that anyone who confessed was granted absolution for their sins.
Well, that's true, but... Well, if we start right now, we might be able to finish before one of us dies from old age.
Okay, what were you doing on that volcano? Apparently he was at a volcano for some reason.
What were you doing on that volcano?
I was an innocent young man, wide-eyed and new to the world. I just left home to go on Rumspringa. Maybe I was running a little wild, with all the partying, the illegal buggy races, the women, the drinking, the gambling, the men, the cobra fights.
The cobra
Yes,
fights?
perhaps just a tad.
What?
No regrets, Eliza. No regrets at all.
So Rumspringa. Isn't that what like Amish people do? Something has been on my mind lately.
Something has been on my mind lately.
Little Elizabeth, I assume?
She's not so little anymore, and I feel like I am losing control over her.
Well, with pastoral counseling, you have 2 options. 1, we try to work through your issues using a combination of common sense and advice. 2, we can just grab that exorcism in a box I have in back and...
Let's see what that does. Let us say I am considering the exorcism.
Let us say I am considering the exorcism. What comes in the kit?
Some holy batrachotroxin water, a stake carved from the cross Jesus was crucified on, a pistol with 13 silver bullets, the tips and tricks for novice exorcists booklet, and the phone number for the Vatican customer service hotline.
Do you have any non-lethal solutions?
I'm afraid the Vatican does not deal in half-hearted measures when it comes to things like these.
So are you sure there are no other options? Guess I could talk about it.
I suppose I could just talk about it.
Killjoy.
I think the biggest problem is her academic performance. Apparently she isn't very good at school.
I think the biggest problem is her academic performance.
I see. Have you tried talking with her teachers?
Of course I have. But according to Dr. Dixon, and I quote, "She's thicker than frozen peanut butter. At this point, I am considering sending her to a nunnery."
Anything but that, Eliza. If your daughter were to join the church, she would turn it on its head. And what's worse, she'll probably finagle her way into becoming Pope.
I admit that would be bad for the faithful. But it would also create marvelous networking opportunities for me.
Okay, how can I make her stop working at Michael's? What? The clothing store?
How can I make her stop working at Michael's?
Perhaps try telling her to stop.
As if she would listen. Besides, knowing her, she would end up owning her own franchise and become wildly successful. Just to spite me.
But wait, wouldn't that actually be a good thing?
Not helping, Father. Not helping.
Okay, are you sure there are no other options?
Are you sure there are no other options?
You asked for my opinion, and my personal recommendation is torture.
God damn.
I have a ton of alternatives. Judas Cradle, Blood Eagle, Tickle Torture, Chinese Water Torture.
Father, might that be based on her hitting you with a cross in front of the congregation last week?
No.
Okay, so... which one do I want? Tell me, Father, how do you keep your flock so loyal to you? Father, perhaps it's time for you to take a vacation. I don't really care for either of these options. Let's go back.
I believe it is time I return to my duties.
Go then, and may God watch over you.
I think there was another option I could do with this guy. So I think all we have to do with this guy
Father.
is just talk to him.
Back so soon? What else can I do for you?
What else can he say? Oh, so that's all he says. Okay.
I believe it is time I return to my duties.
Go then, and may God watch over you. You know, there's a question you've never answered, Eliza.
What is it?
Oh, not this again.
What were you doing, I mean really doing, up there on that volcano?
I have told you 100 times what we were doing up there.
Uh-huh. Lava skiing my sanctified arse.
Father, language!
Lava skiing. Okay, well, we talked to the father. Let's go and talk to the barbers in the park. But I think those are going to be those guys.
You capito niente. You have to go down in the third round. Third round. Capiche?
Come on, mister. We've been at this for hours. I heard in places I didn't even know existed.
Fine, take 5, Bambini.
You'll pay for my sister's medicine if we do this, right?
I am a man of my word, Bombino.
All right then. For Sandy!
Okay, for Sandy.
Okay, and I guess they're teaching him
Would
how to
someone care
rig
to
a
explain
boxing
exactly
match.
what is going on here?
Niente, Syndica.
Actually,
Those guys should never be around
we were
kids.
just teaching them about the beauty of sports. Right, Bombini?
yes?
In that case, I expect you to be on your best behavior. You are representing our town, and therefore me. Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if you will excuse me.
Arrivederci, Miss Mayor.
Okay, let's go and talk to him. Small newcomer and big newcomer. So I guess this takes place when they...
Was
who's
that an uppercut I saw you attempt earlier, Bombino? You're too
So
small
I guess
to
this
knock
is
down anyone
when
like that.
they just came
I'm big!
and
I
moved
can do
into
it.
this town.
Being small is... Ah, what did I tell you, Marco? It's about time we met La Syndica.
Sindaka. That is Italian for...
Please excuse us. It means mayor.
I'm not sure if it
Our
means
grasp of English
mayor
is never
in
mind.
Italian.
Forgive our manners. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Frank Cooper, and my amico here is Marco DeLuca. To what do we owe such a distinguished visit?
Okay, who are you going to vote for? Well, she cut straight to the point.
Gentlemen, as you may know, there is an election coming, and I am looking to extend my influence.
Ah, yes, the election. What do you think, Marco? Should we vote for her?
We could vote for her. What might be in it for us if we did?
Are you insinuating a bribe of some sort?
Bribe? What an ugly word.
I'd say it's more of a we scratch your back, you scratch ours kind of situation. This town could certainly benefit from one of our company's specialties: rental security and protection. Most businesses are already on board, but we're having some trouble convincing Linda Valentine.
I suppose if I manage to persuade Miss Valentine to sign, you might be persuaded to vote for me.
Exactly.
Gentlemen, you have yourselves a deal.
I like you, Syndica. Make sure she signs everywhere she needs to.
Okay, so we just gotta get her to sign it. We need to talk about your pet. What pet is she referring to? Since you are new in town, we should get to know each other. Let's go with this one.
Since you are new in town, we should get to know each other.
It seems as though your new life happened rather quickly.
It seems as though your new life happened rather quickly. It is almost as if you just appeared one day in that lovely mansion, with your new business fully operational. That is unusual, is it not?
All right, enough of this nonsense. Are you wearing a wire? Are you setting us up?
Marco, save your spy games for the Bombini. It's a long story, but suffice to say we had a disagreement with our former employers in Chicago.
Yeah, luckily for us, the feds offered us protection and a relocation package in exchange for our collateral.
And what exactly was this collateral, if I may ask?
Oh, some client lists, a couple phone numbers, a jar of 140-year-old sourdough starter. Nothing big, just enough for them to help us relocate.
Truly, Il Amico Ortega went above and beyond our expectations.
Okay, so, well, I know that they had to relocate because of their little criminal enterprise. Why did you choose this town for your relocation?
Why did you choose this town for your relocation?
Agent Ortega told us the sheriff here is one of the best law enforcement officers he's ever seen, and that he wouldn't trust anyone else to protect us.
Indeed. We have enjoyed the lowest crime rate in the country for over 20 years, thanks to Amos.
Knowing you and Ortega share the same opinion of him puts our minds at ease, Syndica.
Just be sure to keep that information to yourselves. If Sheriff Coltrane knew I was satisfied with his performance, he might start slacking off.
How peculiar. Agent Ortega said the exact same thing.
I am interested in hearing more about your company.
I'm interested in hearing more about your company.
Ah, yes, Rhino Co., my pride and joy.
At your current expansion rate, nothing seems to be out of your reach. And, as a potential investor, I am very interested in where your company might be headed in the future.
Sure, we're getting into the mining business, as well as insurance and protection services. Of course, we will not abandon the classics. Tourism, construction, funeral services, and contract killing.
What was that last one again?
Contract billing, boss. You meant contract billing.
Ah, yes, mi scuse. The English language is very difficile.
Okay, I must ask, why a barbershop?
I must ask,
Did they choose
why
to
a barber shop?
make
You
a
do not
barbershop
strike me
here?
as a people person, Mr. Cooper.
Ah, Syndica. There's something about holding a razor near someone's neck that makes them tell you things they wouldn't even tell their mothers.
I do not wish to be rude, but your mansion does not exactly fit in with the rest of the houses. Apparently loud screams, moans, and banging noises are heard from your home every night. What's up with that? I mean,
Apparently,
we kind of
loud
already know.
screams, moans, and banging noises are heard from your home every night. The explanation people seem to have is that you are sacrificing animals to the devil.
You wouldn't have a name for the unsavory individuals who spread them, would you?
No, I cannot quite remember. Michael. It was Michael Walker, owner of Mike's Diner.
You just ratted him out.
You will find his home 3 streets
Michael's
down
gonna
from
be
your
dead.
barbershop to the left.
Well then, Marco. I believe we have a lake trip ahead of us soon.
Okay, let's go with this second option.
I do not wish to be rude, but your mansion does not exactly fit in with the rest of the houses.
It was not designed for this country, of course. We had a home shipped from Italy, brick by brick.
The town planner would die if he saw how it clashed with the other homes.
He would not be the first to die because of that house.
Apologies, Sindaka. He meant that the previous owners are no longer with us. Natural causes, of course.
I mean, I do not trust these guys. If you're hiring, I have a potential employee you might be interested in. Was she talking about her daughter?
If you are hiring, I have a potential employee you might be interested in.
Ah, yes. I have heard of these political appointments. So who is Latalpa you wish to install?
My offspring.
Well, having the mayor's daughter on the payroll could be advantageous. But let me ask you this. What does she bring to the table?
Well, what does Betty bring to the table? Never mind, that was a terrible idea. She is very decisive. Oh, she has marvelous problem creating. Yeah, let's go with the first one. That is the most truthful.
Oh, she has marvelous problem creating skills.
Don't you mean problem solving?
I wish I did.
Troublemakers have their uses, Sindaka. I'm sure we have something for her.
One last thing before we finalize this, though. Very important. What is your favorite Italian dish?
Tagliatelios.
Tagliatelle? No! Never! Not in a million years!
Oh man, I think that's like fettuccine. We need to talk about your pet.
We need to talk about your pet.
Sparkles? What's wrong with Lamia Gata?
Oh, she is a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day, Sindaka. She'd never hurt a fly.
Oh my gosh!
She'd never hurt a fly. Without reason.
I shall see you gentlemen another time.
Arrivederci.
You just heard your dog just kill someone. Okay, Mr. Moore, Mr. Lee. Oh, she refers to everybody by
I
their
don't know which I enjoy more, Miss
by their
Peanut.
last name, like in a formal.
Delicious ultraviolet rays, or the upcoming 3
So
Betty-free
who are
months.
these new people? I don't remember
Less
some of these
talking, more
people.
sunbathing, Miss Dixon.
And what are you children doing?
My sister keeps getting worse. The hospital won't let us in, and we can't go back home. So we're dealing with the problem ourselves.
Initiative. That is a quality often lacking in today's youth.
You're the mayor! Isn't there anything you can do?
I promise to look into it, but that is all I can do.
So nothing.
Uh-huh, sure.
Much like
Did
most
you need
politicians.
something?
How are you kids settling in?
How are you kids settling in?
Not to complain, Miss Mayor, but it could be better.
Unfortunately, I am afraid you must make do for the moment.
Miss Mayor, this might be a weird question, but what is our situation exactly? It's just that ever since we got kicked out of Corona, we don't know which end is up. Are we still orphans if we don't have an orphanage to call home? Are we still native Coronites? Do we even actually live here, or are we gonna get kicked out again? We don't have to cheer for the coyotes now, do we?
Okay, remind him of the good times. Explain in a way he will understand. Yeah, since they're kids, let's, explain to him.
Once upon a time, in a town not too far away, there lived a beautiful and intelligent queen named Mayor. One day, her precious peace was suddenly shattered by an invasion of annoying precious tiny elves. They had been banished from their lands of Corona by an evil dragon named Neighbor Mayor.
You think I'm dumb, Miss Mayor? I know gosh darn well I ain't no precious elf.
I was trying to make it easier
This
for you
kid's a
to understand
smartass.
your situation.
Hey, let me explain the situation. 5 little kids in your town are homeless. You think that makes you look good?
I do not...
Quit messing around and build the damn orphanage already!
I shall see what I can do. Kids these days.
Okay, well, what's with the boxing gloves? Since you may be here for a while, shall we get to know each other? I don't think that's going to go well. Do you know where I can find Miss Valentine? Let's go with these other two options, the boxing gloves. Why are they boxing?
What is it with the boxing gloves?
Oh, those nice gentlemen over there came to us this morning. They said if we gave their friends a good show, they'd give us medicine for Sandy.
What kind of show?
Tonight, get ready for the fight of your lives at Cooper's Manor! You will be witnesses to the match of the century! Greg Formula-Fed Moore versus Bobby Babyface Lee!
Oh, I see. The very best of luck, I suppose.
Okay, do you know where I can find Miss Valentine? We are looking for her. She has to sign this contract.
Do you know where I could find Miss Valentine?
Linda? Oh, she went to the diner with, what's his name? Slimmy? Sloppy? Sleepy?
Slim? John Slim?
Yeah, that guy!
Okay, since you may be here for a while, shall we get to know each other? What the hell? Let's just go ahead and ask them this option.
Since you may be here for a while, shall we get to know each other?
I guess. What do you want to know?
How did you all come to live together?
How did you all, come to live together?
You mean how we were orphaned? Why do people always ask that?
I know it is a very personal question, but I would like to know.
Well, we all have different stories, obviously. Whose do you want to hear?
What happened to you and your sister since I'm talking to you?
What happened to you and your sister?
It happened pretty recently, actually. Our parents were on vacation in Hawaii, visiting Pearl Harbor.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God, Gregory. Did they die in the attack?
Die? Oh, no, they're not dead.
Wait, what? Then how are you orphans?
Mom and Dad met a crooked salesman, Lardy or Hardo or something. And he sweet-talked them into buying this big condo. Long story short, it was a scam. They'd run out of money and had to declare bankruptcy. The mayor seized all of their assets in Corona to help pay off their debts. And then he kicked us out of our house. That's how we ended up in the group home. Our parents never came back for us.
On the bright side, your parents are in a better place now.
Okay, I'm not going to ask them about the other kids.
Let me ask you something else.
Fine by me.
So people here have a lot of things to say. Do you have any remaining family? Okay, well, I have enough of the information
I need.
If you say so.
I will be going now. Do behave yourselves.
Whatever.
Okay, so let's go to... I think we're at the diner. I think we have to go to the diner to, Oh, this is Mr. Lee.
Listen, kid, you got it now.
Who are
But
these
don't
new
get
people?
cocky. You ain't gonna have it forever.
This morning is a lot cloudier than I anticipated.
Oh my gosh, she is burnt.
There's a predator nearby.
Good morning, Dr. Dixon. And you must be Ms. Peanut, the new principal.
In the flesh. And you are?
Eliza Barrett, your mayor, like it or not.
Oh, right, of course. Good to meet you, Mayor Barrett.
Well, I must say, I'm surprised to see you here already. I had expected you to stay in Australia until the beginning of the school year.
I know, but I just couldn't wait to get started. I like to go in and get the lay of the land before a hunt begins. The climate, the plants, the hiding spots for prey animals to shelter from the beast.
I beg your pardon, the beast?
Yes, the beast. a student with unprecedented powers of chaos and destruction, who compulsively seeks the thrill of confusing their prey and driving it to madness. Many have fallen to her attacks, students, teachers, principals. But she's met her match in me, Ms. Mayor. I'll succeed where all others have failed.
Well, it seems that Dr. Dixon has neglected to inform you that this beast is my only child. And she has a proper name, you know.
You of all people saying that.
Looks like the mayor never refers to her daughter as Betty.
Well, this is a pleasant little
Who's
town.
this?
Oh, hello. Mayor Barrett?
Miss Moore, dear, you really should get that cough looked at.
I'd love to, but we don't have insurance. The hospital won't even let me in the front door.
Just buy some insurance.
Any news on our situation?
Corona's town hall
Duh.
stubbornly refuses to take my calls lately. Something smells rotten in that snake hole, but I have no interest in going there to find out what.
They don't want us back, do they?
Do not jump to such dire conclusions, young lady. Tell me, are your accommodations sufficient?
Oh, the high school gym is fine, Mayor Barrett. But are you sure the coyotes are okay with us sleeping there?
What?
Of course they are. I swear that team must be cursed. Can you even imagine something worse than losing every single game you play? That is what I thought. Well, do take care, Miss Moore.
Hopefully she's not talking about real coyotes.
Hey, you want to argue with me, or you want...
A bunch of rascals. Or Corona's latest scheme.
Okay, yeah, let's go to the diner. And, oh, who's this fellow? Max.
Maxwell
Max
Powell,
again.
ex-Marine, lava skiing champion, tiki bar entrepreneur, and the closest thing this town has to Montgomery Clift. A bit eccentric, but a better friend I have never had.
Okay, let's go and talk. What's he holding?
Maxwell, come on. A minute of your time.
I can't. Why don't you drop by tomorrow for the opening party? I could use your support.
I shall see what I can do.
Oh, I almost forgot. Here, take one. First drink's on me.
Oh,
That
they're
is
flyers.
a terrible policy.
Okay, probably look in my okay, that's how I do it. So we have 2 items here. Oh, I never looked at this before. So we have a proclamation, office of the mayor. Whereas the citizens of our community value hard work and support the right of individuals to provide for themselves and their families and of their possession of private property. Okay, the citizens of our community do not value the aforementioned possessions. It is in the mayor's right to appropriate any unused valuables with or without reason or consent. So the mayor can just take shit, it seems like. What we have here, so we got a rental agreement.
Miss Valentine's future rental agreement. Honestly, selling her soul would be a better deal.
And we got a flyer.
Aloha! Leave shame at home and come to the grand opening of the Kamehameha Tiki Bar. We are on fire with excitement. Present this flyer at the bar, and the first drink's on me.
Okay, so it looks like we'll be visiting a bar later on.
Eliza, I know you are very eager to inaugurate the bar, but the opening is tomorrow.
And risk having someone else cut the tape before I do it? Again? Not happening.
Oh, we can't. Hold on. Okay, so the bar is this way.
Swap your sneakers
So
for
how do I leave?
flip-flops.
How do I leave the park? I think I go, yeah, I go this way. So apparently there's a new bar in the park. Let's go this way. Inside the city.
You're late with the shipment again. That's the third time this month.
I'm honestly surprised I made it out of there.
Filthy nut smugglers. They're becoming smarter and more organized by the day.
What are your orders?
Take the secret route down to Ciudad Juarez. That should buy us some extra time.
Aye, aye, ma'am.
Aye, aye, ma'am. Seems like she's doing some illegal stuff here. I would have never thought that that lady would be doing illegal stuff. Especially since she has a... what is this? An RPG crate. Yeah, she's getting her stuff from somewhere that's illegal. Let's...
If I could
what is this?
replace it so easily with one of myself, I would have done so already.
Pat Garrett statue. I have no idea who that guy is.
A statue in honor of Sheriff Pat
Oh.
Garrett, the most important person to ever come out of this town. At least until I came along.
Sheriff Pat Garrett. Okay, I think Linda is going to be in here. Mike Steiner.
Heavens above! Look who deigned to grace us with her presence! If it isn't the worst mayor in history!
Oh, Michael, you're as funny as your food is edible.
I know, right? Hey, wait a minute! You want to say that again? I'm not scared to kick out the mayor!
You sure you want to try that, Michael? Considering how that worked out for you last time.
Damn you and your friggin' lawsuits, Eliza! How you managed to convince an entire jury that I hurt your foot with my butt is beyond me!
We got
Just don't
beaten
stay
up.
here too long. You'll scare off my clientele.
Wow. Seems like the mayor just runs this place. He just beats the hell out of people. Alright, so we got Miss Jones here.
Miss Carrie Ann Jones, whose tycoon father shall soon solve my every problem. Those being Michael and his diner, of course.
Okay, so what is she doing? Let's go and talk to her.
Miss Mayor, it's so good to see you. You're welcome to join me for dinner if you like.
Thank you for the invitation. But I would like to avoid contracting ringworm tonight. Thank you.
Well, then what can I do for you?
Okay, what is the current status of our casino project? Why are you sitting here all by yourself? Let's go with this one.
Why are you sitting here all by yourself?
I don't mind.
Now, what is wrong?
It's just... I find it hard to click with people my age around here.
Okay, perhaps you would be interested in speaking with Mr. Slim. What you need is to partake in some extracurricular activities. Perhaps you are too mature for people in your age group. Just give it time. Maybe she just needs a sport or something, or a hobby.
What you need is to partake in some extracurricular activities. There is a former athlete who needs help getting their life back on track.
You mean Garrick? I'll have to pass on that one. It's too dangerous. That little thing has a self-control problem when it catches onto the scent of...
Oh, so that's where the chicken wings were!
Oh no. Mike, what are you doing? Get rid of them immediately before it's too...
What? What's going on?
Oh, God!
Jesus Christ. Game over.
Like hell, this is a game over.
Oh, okay.
Get this thing out of the way now.
Okay, well, let's, what in the world happened? That dude just took out some chicken wings and a dinosaur came and blew up the place and crushed everything. Let's see, perhaps you're too mature for people in your age group.
Perhaps you are too mature for people in your age group.
He does look very
What
mature.
about my right-hand man, Joseph?
I appreciate the gesture, Miss Mayor, but I don't see what Bucky and I could have to talk about.
Did your Aunt Debbie ever tell you how your Uncle Flavio met his end?
No, she hasn't. She says it's too painful to remember.
Joseph might be able to give you the details then, as well as explain what you need to do should a Wendigo show up in the middle of the night.
Italian! You can never go wrong with that!
Sad to say, he is not wrong this time.
Okay, perhaps you would be interested in speaking with Mr. Slim. I forgot who
Perhaps
he
you
was.
would be interested in speaking with Mr. Slim.
Oh, John? No. There's nothing between him and me.
Oh, I know what's going on here! You're in love!
You were in love? With who?
And why do you care, Slim?
Oh,
Yes,
it's that guy.
Why do you care?
I was just, trying to show interest in my fellow citizens. Yes, that.
I'm not going to intervene. Let's see what happens.
Fine, I admit it. I'm in love with these milkshakes.
Oh.
Yeah, the milkshakes. Best thing ever. Right, Mike?
Michael, are you dead?
No, it's just no one's ever given me a compliment before, so I'm kinda stumped.
Savor it. It will be the last one you ever get.
Weirdos.
Just give it time. You will make friends eventually. I know you will.
Thank you, Miss Mayor.
Okay, so what's the current status of our casino project? So there's a casino being built or something.
What is the current status of our casino project?
Operation Clean Eating is right on schedule.
Speaking of which, perhaps we could move up the demolition date.
As much as I'd love to, we need to wait. Rushing it could jeopardize the whole operation.
Wait, back up. What's getting demolished?
Oh, nothing much. Just a lowlife's pride and joy.
Well, glad to hear you aren't talking about my diner.
I hope your father's trial goes well. It seems like a good idea to bulldoze this place down and put a casino on top of it.
I hope your father's trial goes well.
Don't worry. In Chicago, my father is king. There are many who will ensure his reign remains undisturbed.
Hey, Carrie, let me give you a little business advice. If you want to win a chess match, sometimes you gotta sacrifice the king.
That's the exact opposite of how chess works, Michael.
Don't worry. If we get that rat Martinelli out of the picture fast enough, he'll be at the casino's inauguration drinking margaritas by the VIP swimming pool.
That will be all, Miss Jones.
If anything else pops up, you know where to find me.
Okay, so we gotta... Oh, looks like Slim's dating Miss Valentine, or Linda.
Can't decide if I'm gonna get the
Miss Valentine.
go
Brilliant
and
mechanic and my
talk to
offspring's
Miss
closest
Valentine.
friend. They go together like napalm and a flame. And they are nearly as dangerous. Hello.
What do you want now?
Now, Linda, dear, why do I need a reason to chat with my offspring's friend?
Did you know you only call me Linda when you want something?
Okay, Miss Valentine, it has been brought to my attention...
Miss Valentine, it has been brought to my attention that you still haven't signed your new rental agreement.
Wow. I never thought I'd see the day that power-mad Eliza Barrett would be working as someone's lackey.
Eliza Barrett is no one's lackey, but that is beside the point. What matters is that you must sign.
Oh, I must I? What the hell for?
Town Hall is running a special event today. Anyone who signs outstanding paperwork will receive a special gift.
A gift? What are you talking about, fool?
Mr. Cooper has a little box waiting for you. You will receive it right after you sign.
That's stupid. Whoever heard of getting a prize for doing paperwork? What's in the box anyway? Not that I care.
Oh dear. I'm afraid you must sign before you can look inside the mystery box.
Yeah, well, I'm not signing that thing. Can I shake the box? Not so I could try to figure out what's inside, but just because.
Shake it? Oh, it's much too big to shake.
Oh, what could it be? I want to know so bad!
Clock's ticking, Miss Valentine.
No, I'm not signing anything coming from you. I don't care how big the box is. Unless it's really, really big. No, leave me alone.
Okay, so she's not going to sign it.
I'm afraid that door is now closed. I suggest we find a different approach.
Okay, so how do I get her to sign this? Can I just give it to her?
Sorry, Miss Mayor. Miss Valentine isn't here right now.
But...
Oh, well, can't get her to sign it. What if I talk to Mr. Slim?
Strawberry.
Oh, Miss Mayor. Good morning.
Good morning,
I wonder if I
Mr.
can get him to
Slim.
leave. Mr. Slim, who are you going to vote for in this upcoming election? What do you think of that young lady over there? Can you help me convince Linda to sign? Let's see. Let's go with the middle option first. Actually, no, let's go with the last one. We need Linda to sign this document.
Your partner fails to see the benefits of signing this rental agreement. Perhaps you could help me convince her otherwise.
Sure, but let me check it over first. You can never be too careful with these. Okay, let's see. Okay, pretty standard. Wait, agreeing to forfeits her own rights of... Who the hell wrote this? Babe, you shouldn't be signing this. You shouldn't be signing this at all.
What are you talking about, fool?
Use reverse psychology. Mayor explained this to her, sidetrack her. Let's use reverse psychology.
Mr. Slim is just trying to prevent you from signing this awful contract, and I fully agree with him.
Wait a minute. Since when do you two agree on anything? Something shady's going on here. Give me that, Slim!
Oh, okay, there we go.
Linda,
that was easy.
Well, all's well that ends well. For me, that is.
Okay, so let's try to break them up. So, Mr. Slim, what do you think of that young lady over there?
So, Mr. Slim, what do you think of that young lady over there?
Oh, you mean Carrie Ann? She's super nice and really smart. Pretty, too, with a...
Eyes forward, Johnny!
But babe, I didn't move a muscle.
Good, then keep it that way.
Okay, so who's he going to vote for?
So,
Hopefully
Mr.
me.
Slim, who are you going to vote for in this upcoming election?
You seem like a solid choice, I guess.
Yeah, that's good.
Just like that?
That's right.
No questions, no wild requests?
I try not to overthink politics, and I'm sure you'll do a good job, right?
Of course. Easiest vote of my life. Thank you for the chat. I had best go about my business.
See you around, Miss Mayor.
So I wonder if I had to go around and talk to everybody to get them to vote for me. I think we're done here in the diner.
Hey, I think this is the first...
Let's see, so we have the signed rental agreement now.
It is signed, and will win me Mr. Cooper's vote, which is all that matters. Save your judgment. I have done far worse things to win the election. Besides, Miss Valentine is a smart girl. She will probably be fine.
Yeah, probably.
time we've ever come in and not seen Betty. I thought you said...
Yeah, so I wonder where Betty is. Because this takes place in the past. From where we left off, I think. So Betty should be somewhere around here. So let's go back to the park. We gotta turn in this contract. All right, I got your rental agreement here.
Gentlemen, I have held up my end of the deal. I trust you know what to do when the time comes.
Look, Mako, she succeeded where you failed. Maybe you could learn something from her.
I would have gotten it done too, if you let me do it my way. Still, thank you, Ms. Barrett.
Indeed. May this be a mutually beneficial partnership. I think you will find that all of Rhinoco supports your re-election, Syndica.
Okay, good. So we got that completed.
Truly, that is a woman worthy of respect. Perhaps we could assist her. Mako, I need a list of people in town who have recently passed on. It's time they perform their civic duty.
Oh, well, that is definitely
everything I can tonight and
breaking
have a list on your desk
election
tomorrow
laws.
morning, boss.
It seems that was everything on the agenda for today, and with time to spare.
Okay, we got everything done. So what happens now?
Ah, that felt good. What is next on the docket?
So I wonder what mayors actually do.
Petition to open Mayor Barrett's private swimming pool to all residents. Who would ever have the gall to sign their name to such a... Oh, everyone in town signed it. Everyone except me, that is. Rejected.
Ruling like a dictator.
Proposal. Expand Mike's Diner to chain. 3 new locations by next year. Petition from the Vatican. Eliza Barrett is engaging in immoral behavior in front of her dependent child. We insist Eliza Barrett join a nunnery immediately to save her soul from eternal damnation. Oh, offspring. Well, that is odd. By Lafayette's forgotten legacy. In my enthusiasm, I seem to have worn my stamp flat. Well, I suppose I shall have to reject this last cockamamie proposal later. Oh, I had nearly forgotten to talk to Mr. Huckleberry about the musician's vote. Let us see where he is playing tonight.
Okay, so I think I'm going to end the episode here, or this stream here, actually. It's going to be it's going to be a shorter stream, but I got stuff to do. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. So, bye.
Love ain't